Hello everybody, this is XenoCat82543. Welcome you to another part of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Complete Collection for the PSP. We are doing the second Zeromus fight right now. This part's probably gonna be both my Zeromus fights, but with a little transition in the middle, because we have to do 2 more Zeromus fights with all their characters. So, as you can see, I've left Young, Edge, Palom, and Rosa behind, as well as Sid. Sid did not make it. I did find out that everything plays out the same when you go down to the bottom of the lunar subterrane. It's the same, like, whole cutscene fight. I skipped through the first 2 cutscene fights because we've seen them already. It's like the same, they defeat Zemus, and then Fu and Golbez get destroyed by Zeromus. So I figured I'd save you guys that fight, because that's the same as we saw before. And this is pretty much the same, it's just with, Rosa taking Forum's spot, essentially, and I think Edge is taking Edward's spot. And Yang is in the spot that Kain was in. And Palom swapped with Rydia. But I think that's how they swapped it. Yeah, as you can see, I brought Rydia, Porum, Cecil, Eddie, and Kain here to fight Zeromus. I am using some of the stuff that we got in, the trials, but we'll be doing another fight, right after this. I'll put in a little cut and cut to the beginning of this point with Sid in the party, and we'll see who else I bring. It'll be interesting. Thanks, Palom and Rosa. Now we get all the prayers. Edge and Tella. Yeah, Edge is taking Eddie's spot, which is Edward's spot. Then in come Yang and Sid. That's how it was in Vanilla. They would do that. And then Golbez and Fu. Of course, because they do their thing. So, Cecil still has to toss the crystal. How many Bacchus ones do I have? I don't have that many, so I'm not going to use it. We're just going to attack. Kain's got the Assassin Dagger on. We are going to Berserk. And Flare. And attack. Boom. Quad 9s. It's worth it. I don't care if you flare my Kain for 2,000 damage. Thanks, Edward. He's somewhat helpful. We're gonna jump with you. Cecil's just doing tons of damage. We need a slow. Which will land after the Big Bang, which is probably fine. We're pretty tanky. This party is pretty strong. Yeah, that Big Bang did not do much damage. So we're gonna get a slow onto you. Just make sure you're not going super fast. Flare Cecil for all I care. I don't really care. We're gonna flare you back. With Rydia for, 9,000 damage. Eddie might not live. He did. That's a little surprising. He can hide. That's okay if he's hiding now. Thanks, Kain. We're gonna stay hidden. We're gonna Kiraja everyone who's not hiding. Eddie's just gonna hide for the rest of the fight. I mean, he's not doing enough damage to be worthwhile, so I just need to have him in the fight so he can do his trial later. But, Rydia can keep using Flare. Porum can keep being a white mage. Generally, it's a good idea to have a white mage for this fight. Oof, that hurt. Cecil's still going and hitting for 8,000 damage. A swing, which is ridiculous. Porum is dead. Like, 100% dead. There was no way Porum was going to live there. We can bring Eddie out, I think, now. Yeah, we're going to bring Eddie out. Black hole's fine. We're going to wipe up Porum. Bring Porum back. There's the direct flare. That's fine. Cecil can take it. Porum, you need to heal first. There's no point in bringing Eddie out if I don't heal up, I guess. Just heal yourself, Cecil, and Rydia. Get another flare off, because more damage is good. And that was it. Yeah. It's a very quick fight. I mean, we are a bit over-leveled. But doing that should open up... should get Rydia, Porum, Eddie, and Kane's trials opened up. I will do the other one with Sid right now, just to, you know, get that taken care of. Open up Sid's trial, and then so I can do that. I have to think about who I want to bring for my final trip through the lunar trial, or the cave that we have, the lunar trials. And this cutscene plays out the same, basically, at this point, and so I have to sit through the ending now, but I'm not going to have you sit through this ending again, or all of this ending again, so we're going to... So I will edit this together and meet you back once I'm at the next D fight, essentially. Okay, and we're back, everybody. We're back a little bit earlier than I was originally hoping to, just to go over why my party's in here. I'm not sure whether we unlocked the twins trial with just Porum in the party. Porum definitely didn't unlock anything by herself, so if we didn't unlock it the first time with going through with Palom, then we didn't unlock it with Porum, so I'm just bringing them both just to be safe. Well, I'll let you know for sure next time whether I needed this or not, but I'm bringing them both just to be safe. I'm bringing Sid because Sid is good. I did give him a new piece of armor, which is the Maximilian, which is really good. It doesn't boost his will as much as the Grand Armor, but it boosts his wisdom a lot, which is, you know, really good. So I figured I'd give him that. He can have the power armlet, that's fine. Thor's hammer is good. And we're bringing Edge because Edge has new weapons. And he's back row. His weapons are really good. Edge is just really good right now, so I want him to do stuff with that. Cecil, of course, has to be in the party. That's basically it. Yeah, everyone's good, as is. Anyway, the reason I came back here, actually, is to show off how to not have to fight all the fights in this area. Because everything here basically is a boss and can't be run away from. I think we can smoke. Yeah. You can either cast teleport or smoke to get out of these fights, though. So, having Edge and Cecil in the party is very good. I mean, Cecil for teleport, but having Edge in the party for smoke is also really good. So we're going to be spending all of Edge's MP getting us out of fights, and not taking any of these fights. I'm not sure whether the animation is longer for smoke or teleport. It's pretty similar, from what I can tell. But yeah, you can get out of these. I think this is the only way to get out of these fights, the random encounters here. Just trying to run by holding L and R will not work. And, you know, these they're gonna cast Reflect, but a lot of the enemies don't do anything on their first turn, so there's usually a chance to escape. Although, I mean, the red dragon will punch. Although, who cares about 1 damage on Cecil? Anyway. We're almost at the bottom of the Lunar Subterrane. We will have to sit through both... We will have to sit through the whole, like, intro fights that Golbez and Fu do. You do get those. Those are still a part of doing this whole sequence. It's basically the exact same. I'm not going to subject you to the 15 minutes of ending cutscene and credits again, because that's just like we've seen that once. I have it up in like the first time we beat Zeromus, so we're not going to sit through that again. But yeah, those are the only changes I did here. I just gave Edge new weapons because we did get those during our first set through the trials. So I figured I might as well show off how much damage he's doing, and Sid got new armor, so he's in. And Sid has to be in, and the twins I felt like had to be in as well, so. We're gonna sit through this cutscene again. By the way, Zeromus goes down really fast now. Not like really, really fast. We'll see a couple big bangs probably, but that's going to be it. Also, Edward can hide from big bangs. Big bang will not affect him when he's hiding. So, you know, there's that. We have to sit through Zemus dying again. So get ready for a lot of meteors. Because we have to sit through this whole sequence of Golbez and Fu fighting. This is what you have to do to unlock all the trials. You have to do this. I've already done this whole sequence once with the other Z fight that I did. Like after beating the game, I did another Z fight, which you just saw before we cut back in. And now I have to sit through this whole thing again. And once you finish the Z fight, you have to sit through the whole ending sequence all over again. All the cutscenes, the credits, everything. And then it'll unlock the seals. So, you know, we sit through this. Yay, plot. We're gonna mash through all this. We did it! Yay! We got both twins here, plus, you know, Edge and Sid. Sid had to come along, but Edge is just so good right now. Because we got the special lunar trial upgrades for him. Mostly because we found that Teleporter 4, which has his ultimate weapon, essentially, just sitting there. Which is ridiculous. We're not done with the lunar trials, of course. We'll be going through the lunar trials more. This is just a little intermission from going through the lunar trials. We have this whole fight. We have to sit through this fight. Get ready for lots of meteors. Time to see this animation a few times. Golbez doesn't have quite as much MP as Fu. Interesting. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And another meteor, yay! Well, we're almost done. I mean, we get this, and then we get more and then we get into the cutscene that actually starts the Zeromus fight proper. And then we get to beat up Zeromus, and I will, of course, I will not make you sit through the whole ending sequence with me. Because we've seen it before. Let's mash through that. That leads to this point. Hi, Rose. Hey, there's our party. Eddie's back, I think, in his original slot. Rydia, I think, ended up... Oh, that's funny. Rydia ended up in Sid's slot. And Kane ended up in Porum's slot, I think, and Rosa ended up in Palom's slot. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, they kept Eddie and Yang in their vanilla slots, but the people who weren't supposed to be there kind of got mixed up a bit. Oh well. Yay, we get music. And here we are, on the moon. Time to get all the prayers. There's Rosa and Kane. I mean, that makes sense as a pairing, actually. They make a lot of sense as a pairing. Edward and Tella get put together. Which means Yang and Rydia are together, because sure, that makes sense, I guess. And then, of course, Fusoya and Golbez, because they don't get shuffled at all. We needed Cecil to go first. It's just how it works. Don't use the summon books here. It's not worth it. We're gonna bluff. Although Palom really doesn't need to bluff, we're going to. So I want to Zerk up. We're gonna cast Berserk on Cecil. I'm going to use the Spider Silk as an item. Because that's really powerful slow. And yes, Flare hit Cecil, absolutely. I don't care. Cecil's got a ton of HP now. Sid, you can go. Sid's actually doing okay. Cecil doing a bit better. Especially with this, which did not happen last fight. Although he counters that with that, so that's not ideal. We can toss an Exponation. We've got enough X-Potions at this point. I want to get Edge Zerked up. Yeah. I want to get you Zerked. Edge is doing so much damage. We can probably do a Flare from you. Cecil just casually hitting for 9,000 damage. This is how overpowered we are. Quad 9s. You can Flare Sid, I suppose. I think Sid does not live. We've got a Rise. We'll be fine. Oh, never mind. He's already dead. He didn't even get to use Big Bang. I think we still get the credit for Sid being in the fight, even if Sid is dead. Sid was in the fight, so I think it counts. I'm gonna really hope so, because I don't want to have to redo this fight again. Anyway, that is going to do it for this part, and we'll meet you back next time, actually outside the Cave of Trials again, with some characters that we didn't bring to the Zeromus fight the first time that we had to unlock trials for, or whatever. Characters other than Edge and Rosa, basically. And Yang. We'll probably Eddie, Rydia. Probably we'll do Eddie, Rydia, Sid, no. Yeah. We might keep Eddie, Rydia, Sid, Kane, maybe. I kind of don't like not having a white mage, but we might have to do a run without a white mage, which we can probably manage at this point, as long as Rydia summons a Sura every now and then. So yeah, we win. I will meet you back there, and let me know whether you need to bring both twins to the same Z fight or not, definitively, and also whether Sid being dead is a problem, which I don't think it is, but I will let you know. Either way, I'll see you then.